What's up guys, and welcome to Myth Busting Mondays episode 59. This is the show where we bust the myths that you guys leave in the comment section below. So if you have any myths you would like to see featured in next week's episode, all you've got to do is leave those in the comment section below right now or at the end of the video, and we'll see which ones get featured next week. We are aiming for 3,115 likes on this video, dudes. We've got a lot of great myths to get on with, so let's get on with the first myth of today's show. So the first myth of today's show, guys, has been sent in by Tobias Barbalescu, and he says, can you put the Ragnaroks on the switch weapons table so that another player can pick them up? Thank you so much for sending that in, dude. I appreciate it a lot, and let's go and check this out. So our weapons table is available. We can place any weapon that we've got in our inventory on there, like the Apothecary Servant or the Haymaker, but what about our Ragnaroks? Let's check this out, boys. So let's go and pull them out, place them down, and no, it doesn't work, dudes. Only weapons that are in your inventory. This does not include specialist weapons, which definitely suck. And I even placed them on the ground there. Does absolutely friggin' nothing. But thank you so much for sending that in, Tobias. I appreciate that a lot, dude. And let's get on to the next myth of today's show. So the next myth of today's show, guys, is being sent in by Harsh1298. And he says, CodeNamePizza, on Revelations, when you do the Keeper step and use the common Gobblegum, which attracts zombies to you, I think he means the Now You See Me Gobblegum, whom will the zombies follow? Pizza emoji, pizza emoji. So let's go and check this out, guys. If you don't know, on Revelations, the first step of the Easter egg where we've got to do the Keeper ritual, all the zombies actually go after the Keeper. They try and kill the Keeper and they completely ignore the player. But which actually is more powerful in this situation? The Keeper with all the zombies going after those, or the Now You See Me Gobblegum, which makes all the zombies come after you? Let's check this out, boys. So we've now got the Now You See Me Gobblegum on, and the zombies aren't coming up to us, which means that the Keeper is the one that has the most power in this situation. All the zombies will still go after the Keeper. This would have actually been a really good way how to do this step if the Now You See Me Gobblegum would have worked, but unfortunately it didn't. But thank you so much to Harsh1298 for sending that myth in, dude. I appreciate that a lot. And let's get on to the next myth of today's show. So the next myth of today's show, guys, being sent in by David at DudeMan185, and he says, will round robin work while waiting for the dragon egg to cool down on Gorod Crovey? Now, you guys know that on Gorod, once you put that dragon egg inside of the incubator, it takes around 2 to 3 rounds for it actually to cool down, so then you can pick it up. But if we use the round robin Gobblegum, both me and Tidry, will that then allow us to pick the egg up literally within like 10 seconds? And you know what, dudes? It actually worked. In our case, all we did was just end the round, use one round robin Gobblegum, and then we were instantly allowed to pick up the egg. Super quick, and it made it literally like 10 seconds for the whole incubation to happen, which is really fast, and it's amazing for speedrunners. Like, this is going to make speedrunning go a lot faster on these maps now that the round robin Gobblegum is now available. So that is awesome. Thank you so much for sending that in, David, and let's get on to the next myth of today's show. So the next myth of today's show, guys, is also surrounding the round robin Gobblegum. This one seems to be a really popular one at the moment for myths, and this is being sent in by Leo, and he says, myth, can you use round robin to kill the Margwas in the boss fight? PS, love your videos, keep it up. Pizza emoji, pizza emoji. Thank you so much, Leo. I appreciate that a lot, dude, and let's go and check out if this actually works. So we know that normally round robin can kill Margwas. It pretty much kills anything that's on the map, and we know that in the first phase of the boss fight on Revelations, we've got 4 sets of 2 Margwas that we've got to kill. But can we do this during that boss fight to skip the round and then kill the Margwas? I don't know, boys. Let's check this out. So we're currently in the boss fight right now, and we do have that round robin Gobblegum. I'm gonna wait until the Margwa gets a little bit closer to me. Let's see what happens, boys. And no, dude, it doesn't do anything inside of this boss fight to do with enemies. Literally all enemies are still alive, which is freaking weird. It should really kill them all, but I suppose logic doesn't work when you're inside of these boss fights. But thank you so much for sending that in, Leo. I appreciate that a lot, dude, and let's get on to the next myth of today's show. So the next myth of today's show, guys, is actually on Shadows of Evil, and this has been sent in by Geo707619_, and he says, myth, what will happen if you use round robin again? Dude, I told you, these round robin myths are popular this week during a ritual on Shadows of Evil. PS, huge fan, keep up the good work. Thank you so much, dude. I appreciate that a lot. And will it end the ritual? So let's go into our Nero's bedroom right here, or Nero's room, whatever you want to call it, and let's go and activate round robin after we activate the ritual and see if it actually kills the keepers, number 1, and if it does kill the keepers, will it end the actual ritual itself? And the answer is Boom! It does actually kill the keepers, and it does actually skip the round, but it does not finish off the ritual, and it doesn't stop the ritual either. Some of the gobblegums that we've used in the past, like Anywhere But Here, where we're inside the ritual and then we teleport out, that will stop the ritual and not actually allow it to continue, but this just allows it to continue and doesn't do absolutely anything. But it does kill the keepers, so that's pretty awesome. But thank you for sending that in, Geo707619_. I appreciate that a lot, dude, and let's get on to the next myth of today's show. And the next myth of today's show, guys, is once again another round-robin gobblegum myth, and it's been sent in by Shadow Man Anthony. And he says, if you use round-robin gobblegum during a dog, parasite, spider round, would you still get the max ammo? Now, there's a simple answer to this, boys. The first things first is if you activate it right at the start of the round and it kills the parasites and it ends the round, you will not get the max ammo. But saying that, if you activate it a little bit later on in the round where you've only got the final parasites alive, or the final dogs, or the final Valkyries or spiders, you will get the max ammo as normal. But that kind of beats the object of, like, making the rounds go by, if you know what I mean, because if there's only a couple left, you may as well just kill them with your weapon. So honestly, there's no real point in using round-robin gobblegums on these parasite rounds, or dog rounds, or spider rounds, or Valkyrie rounds, but it's an awesome myth to know that you don't get the max ammo if you activate it right at the start of the round. So thank you so much for sending that in, Shadow Man Anthony, and let's go on to the final myth of today's show. So the final myth of today's show, guys, is being sent in by Hollow Spider, and he says, can you get back in the map after the boss fight with Anywhere But Here? So this is it, boys. We are in the boss fight. I've got the Anywhere But Here gobblegum, and we want to be the first in the world to finish the boss fight in the normal map. Can we do it, dudes? Can we do it? I'm going to be making sure we fire in at the Shadow Man right now. Get him in back into that Apothecon. We want to hit the book. Let's teleport, dudes. Teleport back to the map. And boom! We got into the Eisendrag, boys. Okay, you ready? Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed right now. It's going to give us the little thing. Yes, there we go, boys. Easter egg is complete in the normal map, in the Eisendrag area. That is so freaking cool, dude, to see that actually happen. And you guys will be seeing this clip a lot more in the very, very soon future, because there was a little secret that happened when we did this, dude. So I'm excited to show this to you, but just not yet. You guys will see very, very soon on some other videos, but you better be hyped for those. But that is it for this week's Myth Busting Mondays, dude. I hope you enjoyed it. Myth Busting Mondays 59, which means that next week is once again one of the 10 anniversaries, boys. We're going to be on the episode 60. I cannot wait, dudes. Every single time we finish up another round of 10 episodes, it gets me so hyped for the next 10, dudes. Episode 60 is next week. That's crazy. If you enjoyed the video at all, guys, just make sure you do drop a like. We're aiming for 3,115 likes on this video. You know how we do. If you are brand new to the channel, just make sure you click that subscribe button, become the latest member of the Pizza Club, and if you've got any myths you would like to see featured in next week's episode, leave them in the comment section below right now. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Myth Busting Mondays, dude. I will see you next episode or next live stream. Thank you so much for watching, dudes, and peace out.